Hey there, Hofstra fans. I'm Mark Weiner, and this is WB Mason Coaches Report, and I'm joined by the head wrestling coach here at Hofstra University, Dennis Papadatos. Coach, how are your holidays? Doing well?
Doing well. Holidays were good. And congratulations on you becoming sports director. It's big news.
Well, thank you, Coach. Appreciate that. But let's talk about your team. Congratulations to you. The win, first place in the Lock Haven Invitational. Take me through that one.
We wrestled well. We showed, improvement. It's not the Midlands. It's not Vegas. It's not the Scuffle. So, the competition wasn't as good as those tournaments. But, when you're expected to win and you're the best team there, it's definitely a good sign when you still win. Because, you don't always, the best team doesn't always win. And we were the best team, and we kind of blew everyone out of the water. And it showed progression from when we wrestled Lock Haven on November 2nd. When we beat them by a point, we won by almost 30 points. And it was good to see, especially since we wrestled a lot of Lock Haven guys again, and the matchups by how guys did in the tournament and the head-to-head matchups. If that was a dual meet that day with us in Lock Haven, we would have won 29 to 11. And the only reason I did that is just to show the guys the progression we made, because I think Lock Haven made progression as well, but we made a pretty big jump, and it was good to see. Anytime you win and you compete and beat a guy by a point, and now you're beating him by 7 before you pin him, and that happened a few times. Guys we lost to, we came back and beat, and it was definitely good. No one went the opposite way. There wasn't a kid that we beat that we lost to. All we did in every situation on kids that we re-wrestled or wrestled similar competition, we widened the gap of how much we were running on them. So it was probably the best we looked all year so far.
I was just going to ask you on that. 4 first place finishes, 10 guys that finished at least in the top 5. Best team effort of the year so far?
Definitely the best team effort. A lot of things that I was really happy about. The things that was the most important, but the things I keep talking about, we keep finding a way to lose tough situations. Well, this weekend we won almost every one of them. Guys, there were times that guys were losing by 7 points going to the third period, and they found a way to win. By points, not even pinning the kid. Frank Afrani, struggles on his feet a little bit early in the year and needed, 2 takedowns in a minute to go make the finals, and he got them. So things like that happened, and they were nice to see.
At the 125, right? Brian Damon gets a nod there. What did you see from him?
He won. He's wrestling well, and he's pinning guys, and he's scoring points, and he has a bright future. We're glad to have him in the lineup, and he's competitive, so he gets after it, and I like that he can pin people. He can score points on his feet and on the mat, and I think he was like 8-3 or 9-3 before we pulled him out. He's been having a pretty good redshirt campaign unattached. Now he's in the lineup, and we expect big things from him. So it was comforting.
Jamel Hudson continues his strong year, 3-0 in the Lock Haven Invitational, 13-3 so far this season. He's ranked 18th by Intermat right now. Is he somebody that you're going to have to rely on for the rest of this season?
Of course, probably have to rely on him for the rest of his career. And that's not a knock on the rest of the team. Most teams that have good kids, they rely on their good kids. So it was good. He's making adjustments. He's getting better. He's more importantly for Jamel is his GPA this semester is. He knocked it out of the park. I think he had the highest GPA in the team, and he has 18 credits, and he's in. So it's a testament of, look, the guys that are winning also are getting good grades, or you know what I mean. So it goes hand in hand, and he's also got his acting career and his singing career and whatever else Jamel does. You know what I mean. And he's still finding a way to get 3 8s and win matches and and dominate people. So we're definitely going to lean on him hard. And the good news is he's got enough ability to handle it.
2 matches up this weekend. You have Princeton first in the IWA matchup on Friday. They have 2 nationally ranked wrestlers. What's the biggest challenge with them?
I don't want to get too into it, but we're probably gonna be down some men. We got it's a little bit of a bug, nothing bad injuries, but some people won't be ready probably by Princeton, and so we'll see. The plan is to win. See what kind of depth we have. Some other people are gonna have to step up, but. My plan is always to win, so we're going in to win, and we're going to do the same consistent effort, and people are going to have to, step up and take care of business. So they're a good team. They're a conference opponent. Every match matters. Every point matters. Even little things like when you wrestle someone in your conference, and even if you're beating them by 9 points, and they score the last takedown on you, it builds confidence. And now when you wrestle in the conference tournament, they're like, I got that last takedown. I can go with this guy, as opposed to, running the table on someone, dominating them, imposing your will on them. Now that kid doesn't want to wrestle you again at the conference tournament. So every point, every second of these matches matter, not just trying to find a way to win, trying to find a way to dominate, to take the other person's belief that they actually can beat you. Because at the end of the day, only thing that matters is if you believe. If you believe, you can get it done. So it's my job as a competitor, to take someone's belief away, and that's what makes people great. The great ones take everyone else's belief away.
And on Sunday, finally back at home at the Max Sports Complex, another team with 2 nationally ranked wrestlers in Oklahoma. You're going to be happy to finally be back at home?
Absolutely, and I was super excited about Oklahoma. I'm actually very good friends with their head coach. I know him a long time. He's actually been the Division I head coach of the year before. He's one of my mentors. It's obviously Oklahoma, and they're a little, like you said, they have 2 nationally ranked guys. Oklahoma has had 10 nationally ranked guys, so they're a little down for them right now. But down for Oklahoma is a different story. You know what I mean? I mean, they took top 10 in the nation last year. I don't think they have finished outside of the top 25 at the national tournament in longer than my life. So over 50 years. So it's going to be a tall order because they believe and they expect, and so for them, a down year is 90% of other wrestling programs' best season of their history. So we're coming in and we're going in to win, and like I said, I'm nervous that we're still going to be a little banged up by that match. We can't afford to be banged up, but adversity, that's what life is, and that's what the wrestling season represents, and you got to get through it so you can get ready for the national tournament and get ready for life.
Finally, Coach, you have 2 matches this week after a long break. How are you going to prepare your team to kind of get into the swing of things and have it go 2 or 3 times a week from here on out?
I mean, we're working out. It's you talk about it. You kind of try to make nothing a big deal. I never really mentioned, nothing's that big of a deal. We never make anything a big deal. We didn't make wrestling at Madison Square Garden a big deal. We don't make a big deal that Oklahoma's coming into town. We don't make a big deal that Princeton's the IWA opponent, he loses track. We make a big deal about sticking with the consistency. That's what we make a big, every single day we stick with the consistency. So we've been consistent with the effort and how we present ourselves. So I don't think it's going to make a difference if we have a match of 10 days in a row or off for 10 days. It's just the another piece of the pie. We're going to hopefully eat our share of it.
The head coach of the Hofstra Pride Wrestling Program, Dennis Papadatos, thanks for the time.
Thanks for having me, Mr. Sports Director.
I'm Mark Weiner, and this has been the WB Mason Coaches Report right here on GoHofstra.com.